Okay, there we go. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the weekend. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing today? It's another beautiful summer day. Hope everyone's enjoying this great weather. In New York here, it's we get we get bad weather. We had a rough winter last year, so I'm trying to enjoy as much of the nice weather as we can. But I wanted to talk to you today about using AI to look at your overall net worth and having all of your finances and assets and liabilities in one place that automatically updates itself, that you can check anytime, that automatically gives you a weekly summary, and that alerts you if it sees anything fishy, like a reoccurring charge or maybe something you're not aware of, setting up thresholds to say, let me look at my 3 week or 3 month average. And it puts your finances on autopilot. The management of your finances. It's not making money for you. It's uh, it's letting you manage it. So about a month ago, I did a video on ChatGPT finances, which connects to all of your different banks, all of your different brokerage accounts. You can list your assets and liabilities, your cars, your homes. If you're a boat guy, you put all that in there, and it gives you a one-shot view of your net worth. And I did a total walkthrough tutorial showing how you configure the dashboard, the toggles, how you can turn things on and off, how you can move things up and down. You can really see it however you want. And I've been using it now to have exactly what I just told you, to do a weekly summary. And once a week, every week, it runs a report for me, just like it does my news briefing. And it tells me what's my average 3 week spend based on my 3 month average. Am I overspending? Am I underspending? Does it see any new recurring charges? Does it see unusually high recurring charges based on those charges? And I have a plan in there. So I can my goals, how much money I want in retirement, because that's a goal for me. That's not a goal for you. You may have different goals. You may be saving for college for your kids. You may be saving for a house or a second home. But I give it a goal, and it tells me in order for you to hit your retirement goals, you are not making enough money. You need to amount of dollars, and it breaks that down. You can look at things like primary income stream, secondary income stream, and so all that is important. Now, I check that once a week. You guys may be thinking, I don't want to check my finances once a week, Mark. That sounds like a headache. I don't want to check my stocks and bonds and ETFs and mutual funds and target date funds. I don't want to look at that stuff with my credit card statements once a week. I want to look at it every 2 weeks, once a month, once a quarter. You can set it up however you like. Basically, what they've done is they've taken a project folder called in finances, created a dashboard on top of that, which looks great, by the way. They connected via Plaid. These Plaids connect to all your different financial accounts, devices, services, investing houses, and it's very secure. It uses an additional level of security on top of any multi-factor authentication you already have. So in other words, when I authenticate into any one of my financial accounts, I basically have to log in, then it goes to a separate device. It asks me to confirm that. And Plaid is just an additional level of login on top of that. So to give you folks a level of security, it is not bypassing any of the security you have on place. If anything, it is one additional step, not including the login you do through ChatGPT. Now, I think some folks are going to say, well, Mark, that all sounds fine and good, but what does ChatGPT do with that data? And that's a valid point, right? Because when you sign up for ChatGPT, Anthropic's Claude, Google Gemini, any of these providers, they make it quite clear that they are using your data. The moment that you do a Google search, a ChatGPT search, you connect to their services, your data is no longer private to you, and they can use it. And there have been court cases where people have done not good things, and they look at their ChatGPT search history, and based on their search history, they inferred information, and it didn't go well for them. That being said, I don't have anything to hide, and I am not some huge money guy where I have so much money from doing things that are disingenuous, to the government. I pay Uncle Sam just like everyone else does. I think that I pay a little too much to Uncle Sam, to be honest with you, and so I'm always looking for ways that are business savvy, in a legal way, of course. But that being said, if you're not worried about that stuff, and I don't think you need to be unless you're doing something fishy. This is a great way to see all your finances. There's software out there where they're going to charge you a lot of money to do exactly what this service does. And you can get this service for $20 a month that you're already paying for as part of your ChatGPT subscription. Now, this isn't a plug for ChatGPT. I think pretty soon all the service providers are going to come out with this. So Claude, Google, Microsoft. But like I've talked about in other videos, while I use all of them, and I think they have pluses and minuses, what I find is that ChatGPT seems to be the most comprehensive and one of the most user-friendly, only second to Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft Copilot is friendly, but I think ChatGPT is the most comprehensive. So I would definitely check out ChatGPT Finances. I would connect all your banks, all your credit cards. The great thing is, like, if, for example, you have a Bank of America account, you have a Chase account, you have a Wells Fargo account, and you log into that account, it's going to say, okay, you spent, $50 a month, $500 a month on transportation this month, or food, or whatever your costs are, or, this is what your bills are. But that's one credit card. If you have all of your credit cards or all of your bills through Wells Fargo, let's say, then you could get an idea because you're looking inside Wells Fargo's portal and they provide that to you. And the bank's reporting systems and charts and graphs look good. I actually worked for a bank at one point and I helped them to design some of that stuff. So it looks pretty good. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't say, okay, you have a Wells Fargo account, you have a Chase account, you have a Citi account, you have a Bank of America account, like a lot of us do. A lot of us have multiple credit cards and multiple accounts, and we use them for different reasons to maximize the points and to get those points back. So, for example, my cell phone goes through, I believe it's Citi came out with a AT&T Citi credit card, and that AT&T Citi credit card gives you $5 or $10 off your AT&T account, plus it gets you bonus Citi AT&T points, right? So that's an example of why I have different things routed through accounts. But now when I use ChatGPT Financing, I see everything in one shot, and it tells me in totality what I'm spending on transportation, what I'm spending on, et cetera, et cetera. And I like having that overall view on report does. So every Thursday morning at 9 a.m., it delivers a report to me, and it tells me where any of those numbers are out of whack. In other words, where it expects the number if it's over that or under, that's when I come to covers and I start to investigate what's going on. Now, you can run this